Since we are led into the knowledge of things by words, we are oftentimes led into error or mistake by the use or abuse of words also. Since English is a very verbose language made up of thousands of descriptive words, there is very real need for caution on our part. We have looked at our ideas. We have examined the perception of ideas, types of ideas, and degrees of ideas. Now let us examine words and how we frame our ideas into words. There are many individual words which are appointed to express but one simple idea and nothing else. Such words would be white, black, sweet, sour, sharp, bitter, etc. They convey one simple idea and nothing else. However, there are times that those words can have different usage. For example, sweet and sharp can apply to both taste and hearing. Many of our communications are complex ideas, and while certain words can signify complex ideas, one word can never distinctly convey and manifest all the parts of the complex idea that we are trying to communicate. For example, the word year. It can hold the idea of a solar year, a lunar year, monthly year. Other words such as church, worship, idolatry, repentance, faith, grace. These are words which signify a complex idea, but it by itself does not quite distinctly manifest all the parts of that idea that we are trying to communicate. Etymology is the tracing a word to its original meaning and usage. Many mistakes are made by using words that have a multitude of usages and significations without defining what usage we mean. For example, the word shore. It can mean a coast of land near the sea, a drain to carry off water, or a prop to support a building. Other examples would be the words bishop and church. It can have different meanings and based on the different usages, but we have to define what usage we're using. Negative terms are words that have a little word or syllable of denying joined with them. For example, unpleasant, imprudent, immoral, irregular, ignorant, infinite, endless, lifeless, deathless. Those are negative terms. They have a little word or syllable of denying joined with them. On the other hand, positive terms are those which do not have a negative appendix or little word or syllable joined to them. For example, the words life, death, end, sense, mortal. Those are called positive terms. Now we can see, though, that positive terms can refer to negative ideas. For example, dead, blind, deaf, dumb. Those are positive terms. Again, recognize that we're talking about the difference between a term and an idea. A positive term can refer to a negative idea, and also a negative term, one that has a little word or syllable of denying joined with it. A negative term can also apply a positive idea. For example, immortal, deathless, insolent, indemnify, infinite. Those are negative terms which can apply positive ideas. It is also possible for both positive and negative terms to describe the same and even contrary ideas. For example, unhappy and miserable. They both mean the same thing, but one is a positive term and one is a negative term. Also, sinless and holy. That uses a negative term and a positive term, but it both means the same idea. One unique thing about words is that two negative terms are equal to one positive term, and it means the same thing. For example, the statement, not unhappy. You have two negative terms that are equal to one positive. Also, not immortal. Another example would be, he is no imprudent man. One of the goals of this journal is to take our thinking and reason beyond just thinking in the vulgar, shallow, and common ideas. In matters of doctrine, let us search the Scriptures as the noble Bereans did. In everyday life, let us examine the news and what we are told. In our education, let us not just learn rote facts, but let us learn an education. Increase your learning. Deepen your thinking.